Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the University of Toronto Mississauga Alumni Association Annual General Meeting. My name is Dania Ciampini, and I'm the president of UTM's Alumni Association. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge this land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. Well, you should have received a link to download the documents for today's meeting. If you hadn't had the opportunity to do this, the documents can be found in the chat. Just take a look there. Oh, that was very fast. Thank you, Melissa. We'll also be using a presentation for this meeting, so the majority of information will be available on your screens. Now I would just like to confirm the quorum, which in accordance with section 5.02 of Article 5 of the UTMAA Constitution states that the presence of 20 members, including proxies submitted 24 hours in advance of this meeting, constitutes quorum for the transaction of business. I would also like to confirm that notice of this meeting has been communicated in accordance with section 5.03 of Article 5 of the UTMAA Constitution. Notice of this meeting was made available 20 days prior to the meeting by email to all alumni for whom UTM has email addresses. The meeting notice is also available on the UTM website. Now, important to note is that throughout this meeting, I'm going to ask for individuals to move and second motions pertaining to business items. So please, if you'd like to move or second a motion, just enter your full name and UTM degree in the chat So when you see that, and if you are a non-graduate alumnus or alumna, please enter your full name and also just mention non-graduate member. Motions for business items will be voted on by the membership and carried by the majority. And we're going to do this through the Zoom polling function. So when it's time to vote, you'll see an item on your screen and you'll have to select the option whether to say in favor, opposed, or abstained. I also want to outline who is a voting member of the UTM Alumni Association. So as the Constitution states, membership in the association shall include every alumnus of UTM and any individual who has successfully completed 1 year of full-time study or 5 course equivalents and is no longer enrolled as a student at the university as defined by the University of Toronto Act. Thank you for that, for bearing with me, and I hope that you will use the chat as we go through items. Now, the first item of business is the approval of agenda for today's meeting. So you would have received this in advance, but you can see it here on the screens. I would like to ask for a motion to approve the agenda for the 2022 UTMAA Annual General Meeting. So remind you, if you would like to put forward this motion, please remember to enter your full name and degree in the chat. So can I have someone to move this motion? Okay, Tio Salgado, moved by Tio Salgado. I would now like to ask for a member to second this motion, please. Seconded by Ziad Vahi, thank you. And you will now see the motion to approve the agenda on your screens just very shortly. And I ask that you select in favor, opposed, or abstain. Okay, great, thank you. This motion is carried. The next item of business on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the May 19th, 2021, so almost a year ago, UTMAA Annual General Meeting, which were sent to everyone by email and also posted on the UTM website for members to read in advance of today's meeting. I propose that these minutes be taken as read and would like to ask for a motion to approve the minutes of the 2021 UTMAA Annual General Meeting. Again, if you'd like to put forward this motion, please remember to enter your full name and degree in the chat. Oh, much quicker now. Thank you. Moved by Tio Salgado, HBA 1997. I would now like to ask for a member to second this motion. Imran Abdullah, BA 1998. Thank you so much. So now you will see the voting options. So please select in favor, opposed, or abstained. I will just wait for the polling to be complete. Thank you for your participation. Wonderful, thank you. This motion is carried. Fun stuff ahead. So the next item on our agenda is my report as the president of the UTM Alumni Association. UTM has over 65,000 alumni in close to 100 countries, and we represent a vital connection between the campus's past, present, and future. We share a passion for the university and play an important role in guiding UTM forward as we reflect UTM's excellence and are emblematic of the community spirit that has shaped the campus over the last 50 years. We are leaders on campus and within our communities, and we are a resource to help drive the growth of UTM and build its reputation nationally and globally through our impact and achievements around the world. The UTM Alumni Association Board of Directors and the UTM Alumni Relations Team work to ensure alumni know that the university is a renewable resource for them to explore, create, and share in unique research and educational experiences. It's these distinctive experiences that offer inherent opportunities that foster networks, connections, and support. Both alumni and the university benefit from this relationship, and this mutual value proposition embodies personal growth, professional development, pride, and contribution. So as I think back over the past year, I would really like to express my sincere appreciation to my fellow members of the UTMAA Board of Directors. They are a dedicated group who have contributed a significant amount of time and energy to support UTM alumni relations by participating in a number of events and initiatives and providing feedback and ideas in support of alumni objectives. We continue to work this year on the priorities identified in UTM Alumni's Relations Strategic Plan, which consists of deepening alumni engagement across these 5 key pillars you see: the alumni student connections, alumni personal growth and professional development, regional and international alumni relations, alumni achievements, service and contributions, and alumni communications. Over the course of 2021 to 2022, UTM showcased the expertise of UTM professors, alumni, and other external speakers at a number of online events. And on many of these occasions, these initiatives were collaborations with departments across UTM and the broader U of T. Fun topics included socioeconomics, pain and pain management, a wellness series, Living Green, Asian Heritage Month programming, restoration and reciprocity, and an introduction to blockchain, cryptocurrency, and decentralized finance. Very fun topics, I think you could agree. So one thing I would like to mention is that with all alumni programming being virtual these days, this means that alumni have access to the programming from across U of T. So as a result, we had to be very careful and selective about the topics so as to not duplicate efforts with other divisions of U of T. In 2021 and 2022, a number of virtual experiential events took place, including the Little Ray's Animal Adventure for alumni kids and a virtual paint night for 2021 fall graduates. With changes to local public health and safety guidelines, it allowed us to invite alumni back to in-person experiential events, including, and I hope many of you participated in these, the Alumni Ski Day at Georgian Peaks in Thornbury, an evening watching the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. And all of these events were extremely well attended. The family programming has always been in demand and appreciated, and we saw especially this over the course of the pandemic. So I've been told by the alumni relations team that they're really hoping to have a number of in-person experiential events in 2022, including an alumni family day at the utterly ridiculous Ontario Goat Farm, the National Bank Open, and a games night. So keep your eyes on your inbox in the upcoming months, because I imagine all of these will book up very quickly. Now, this year, we worked to broaden the number of initiatives that connected alumni with students, thereby engaging with more students and alumni overall. These were collaboration efforts with the UTM's Career Center, student engagement, the Office of Student Recruitment, and student groups, including the Anthropology Student Society, English and Drama Student Society, the IMI Business Association, and the Women in Science and Computing Group. You can see here, so the initiatives included alumni panels, a student program planning exhibition, job shadowing opportunities, student recruitment events, 3 mentorship programs, and a variety of keynote speaking opportunities. I would like to also highlight a number of additional contributions that have taken place within UTM, U of T, and with the external community. All of these collaborations have enabled us to offer a diverse range of programming and to reach alumni who we may not have otherwise been engaged with the university. We will continue to maintain these relationships and broaden our reach to ensure we are offering programming to our alumni that is relevant and topical and promotes the unique research and educational experiences that UTM has to offer. So, as I mentioned, we've seen that with virtual programming, we've really been able to engage greater numbers of alumni. So as we move forward with in-person events, we will continue to offer a hybrid model of alumni programming that consists of both in-person and virtual programming. And I should also mention that even with virtual programming, we will offer a mix of live and on-demand. I know the alumni relations team is connecting with colleagues within the university and peers from other institutions to share ideas and best practices, and they're all with the goal of deepening alumni engagement. Now, I finally, but definitely not least, I would like to sincerely acknowledge and thank many of our other alumni volunteers, as well as the faculty and staff who have been an important part of our success over the last year. And of course, the UTM Alumni Relations team. I'm very pleased with the progress made this past year and the success that we had in aligning UTM alumni activities to institutional and divisional goals. And I'm very much looking forward to what we will accomplish in the year ahead. And that concludes the President's report. So at this time, I would like to call on Ziad Vahid, our past president and chair of the Nominating and Alumni Awards of Distinction Committee, to present the proposed slate of officers for election to the UTMAA Board of Directors for 2022 and 2023.
Thank you, Dania. The slate of officers was part of the package you received in advance of the meeting, but the information will also be on screen throughout my remarks. First, our president, Dania Ciampini, who will continue her term until 2023. Next, we have Fatima Al-Haq. We are proposing Fatima as the UTMAA's president-elect. She would serve in this role for a 1-year term before assuming the role of president. Fatima has been an active board member since 2017, is part of the Nominating and Alumni Awards of Distinction subcommittee, and attends many events. She has volunteered as an alumni mentor, spoke at the Backpack to Briefcase event, moderated a recent lecture, and spoke to students during orientation week. She's always eager to participate as a mentor to students and new graduates, and attended a student event recently to talk to students as they decide on their programs of study. Her experience in so many areas is key to taking on the role of president, as she has a strong understanding of what is available to the alumni community. Next, we are proposing 2 new members to the board for a 2-year term. First is Farhan Ali Khan. Farhan comes to us with many years as an engaged alumnus and volunteer at U of T. He is the Chief Corporate Development Officer at GoEasy, a Canadian public alternative financial company based in Mississauga. Farhan has signed on as an alumni mentor and has volunteered for both arts and science and Rotman. He also established the Bobby Hundle Memorial Scholarship at Rotman. He brings an experienced background of serving on volunteer boards, and in his role as director, he will represent the interests of Commerce and Management alumni, the largest departmental cohort at UTM. The second member we are proposing is Asif Mohammed. Asif is a partner for risk, performance, and technology services with Richter. an independent financial consulting and accounting firm in Canada. With UTM, he has served as an alumni mentor, event attendee, and was recently appointed to serve on UTM's campus council. He's also serving on a U of T Council of Advisors for the Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering Continuing Studies. Outside of U of T, Asif brings a great deal of board experience. The next two names are directors who we are proposing for renewal for another term: Sarah De Silva and Teo Salgado. The next six names are returning directors: Brianna Croft, Dimitra Dimokopoulos, Imri Gans, Shaliza Ibrahim, and Sarah Israr, as well as Megha Wadhwani. I would like to ask for a motion to approve the slate of officers for the 2022-2023 UTMAA Board of Directors. If you would like to put forward this motion, please remember to enter your full name and degree in the chat. Can we have somebody to move this motion? We have Sarah Israr, who moves the motion, and seconded by Brianna Croft. Thank you. Can we now open the poll? Excellent. The motion has been carried. Thank you. I will now pass it back to Dania.
Thank you, Ziad. I'm very excited, but also not happy about this part because I have to take a moment, of course, to acknowledge and thank Ziad, who will be retiring from the board. So let's talk more about Ziad. He's been such a dedicated member of the board since 2017. From 2019 to 2021, he was the board president, and he's now serving as the past president. Ziad has also volunteered as a mentor, case competition judge, and a backpack to briefcase volunteer. Ziad has spoken at a countless number of events, and he continues to serve as a member of UTM's campus council. And I'm so pleased to share that in 2020, Ziad established the UTM Comparative Political Science Prize and the Politics of Islam Prize at UTM. The former supports a third or fourth year comparative politics student who demonstrates good academic standing and financial need, and the latter recognizes the top student in UTM's Politics of Islam course. I'd like to thank Ziad so much for his leadership and commitment to the UTM Alumni Association, and I have no doubt he will continue to be an active volunteer for many years to come. Thank you, Ziad, very much from the bottom of my heart, professionally and on a friend basis. I would like to call on Kristen Lovell now, UTM's Director of Alumni Relations, to give her annual report.
Thanks so much, Dania, and welcome to everyone attending the meeting. So first and foremost, thank you to the UTMAA Board of Directors for the commitment to U of T Mississauga. We had an eventful and successful year thanks to the support we received from the board. So please know how much we appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to another great year and the opportunity to work with all of you in person. I want to acknowledge Dania Champini, who has served as our president over the past year, and welcome our president-elect, Fatima Ul-Haq. I also want to welcome our two new board members, Farhan Ali Khan and Asif Mohammed. I'm so pleased to have you both on board, and I'm looking forward to working with both of you in this new capacity. And finally, as Dania says, a warm thank you to Ziad Bahed as he retires from the board. I echo what Dania said, and I do hope you'll continue to stay involved in our events and volunteer initiatives. Last year, when I presented at the AGM, I talked about how our focus was on adapting to a virtual environment and continuing to engage with alumni during the pandemic. Like many of you, the pandemic changed the way we do our work, and even now that things are opening up and we're beginning to move back to in-person activities, like Dania said, we'll continue to embrace the opportunities that connecting virtually has presented to us, as well as hybrid initiatives. Also, Dania touched on this, but I just want to highlight that the virtual engagement virtual engagements, they've really allowed us to reach alumni who we otherwise would not have connected with, whether it's through webinars, panel discussions, mentorship programs, or the sharing of programming from other departments. And within these initiatives, we look to the strategic priorities of UTM and the university, as well as the needs of our audience to inform our programming decisions. In early 2022, UTM developed its strategic framework, which promotes the campus's work in 5 priority areas. These areas come together around a central commitment to honesty, transparency, and the building of trust and reciprocal relationships. These priorities express UTM's intention to foster student success, empower research discovery and impact, encourage collaboration and belonging, build efficient and sustainable operations, and embrace our place in the world. This framework is top of mind as we develop programming to deepen alumni engagement. We also look to Defy Gravity, the campaign for the University of Toronto. This campaign was launched publicly on December 13th, 2021, and is the largest university fundraising and alumni engagement campaign in Canadian history. It will harness the power of our worldwide community, including 640,000 alumni, 95,000 students, and 23,000 faculty and staff for the betterment of humanity. Through a commitment to inclusive excellence, U of T is bringing together the top minds from every conceivable background to address key priorities as we educate the next generation of creative, engaged, and empathic citizens. The key campaign themes are building inclusive cities and societies, supporting student success, driving scientific discovery, powering bold innovation and entrepreneurship, enabling healthy lives, sparking creativity and culture, and creating a sustainable future. You will, of course, see similarities between these themes and the priorities of UTM's strategic framework. The campaign has 2 ambitious goals: a fundraising goal of $4 billion for the university's highest priorities, and this reflects the ambition and scale of the U of T community and its potential for global impact. And for the first time ever, U of T has set an alumni engagement target, inspiring 225,000 alumni to get involved as volunteers, mentors, donors, and leaders, and contribute their time and talent to U of T 1 million times collectively. Within the university-wide campaign, UTM will have its own alumni engagement goal. And if this is your first AGM, I'll just briefly explain that in calculating alumni engagement, we look to newly engaged alumni. And an alum counts as newly engaged the first time that they attend an event, attend a meeting, volunteer, make a donation, or make a bequest intention as of January 1st, 2019, the first official day of U of T's current Defy Gravity campaign. That was just the silent phase, though. We just launched recently. For 2021-2022, U of T had a newly engaged alumni goal of 18,000. Within this goal, UTM was to achieve 2,330 newly engaged alumni, roughly 13% of U of T's goal. At year end, U of T had achieved 20,774 newly engaged alumni, bringing the university 115% to goal. And UTM had achieved 4,212 newly engaged alumni, bringing our division 181% to goal. I also just want to mention that while UTM alumni make up approximately 10% of the university's alumni, our newly engaged numbers were 20% of the total achieved by the university. So we are punching well above our weight, and I'm really pleased with what we have accomplished. This all ties back to developing alumni programming that focuses on our engagement pillars, UTM and U of T priorities, as well as alumni interests. Our approach is thoughtful and intentional, and always with our mutual value proposition in mind. Dania spoke to this as well, but it's worth reiterating that U of T should be a lifetime resource of ideas, networks, connections, and support, and a renewable resource of options for alumni to explore, create, and share. And alumni, particularly engaged alumni, extend the reach and reputation of U of T through the scale, impact, and breadth of their presence around the world, and enable our mission through their involvement and financial support. As my report comes to a close, I just want to say thank you to the UTM Alumni Relations team and our 2 work study students. I also want to thank our board members, again, who have been so involved and supportive in our many initiatives. Your volunteerism is greatly appreciated. And also a sincere thank you to our campus partners and colleagues across the university with whom we work with on a regular basis. There are too many to name, but they know who they are. U of T has a distinguished network of more than 640,000 alumni who are making valuable economic, social, and cultural contributions around the world. The university continues to be the highest ranked Canadian university and one of the top ranked public universities in the 5 most closely watched international rankings. I feel both very honored to work at this institution, and I'm looking forward to another exciting year in working with the board, our alumni, faculty, staff, and our students to create meaningful opportunities for alumni and stay connected and engaged with UTM. And that concludes my report. Thank you very much, and back to you, Dania.
Thank you, Kristen. This brings our meeting to a close. Thank you again to my fellow board members, our attendees today, and to UTM. I am so proud of what we have accomplished this year, and I look forward to the year ahead. I hope everyone has rest of a good afternoon, and we see each other again shortly. All the best. Take care, everyone.